Welcome to the News Belt on the AM show. In our first story, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Boahene, has revealed that the immediate past Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Boahene, allegedly diverted and embezzled up to 39 million Ghana cedis from the agency. Speaking at a news conference here in Accra, the Attorney General revealed how Boahene allegedly manipulated bank transfers and evaded arrest. There's more in this report.
Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Boahene, was arrested last Thursday over allegations of money laundering, embezzlement, and the misuse of state funds. The Attorney General, Dr. Boahene, outlined the state's case against him at a news conference today, revealing details of financial crimes linked to a cybersecurity equipment purchased from an Israeli firm. Dr. Boahene disclosed that Boahene used various mechanisms to evade arrest.
On Thursday, March 20th, 2025, EOCO received intelligence again, additional intelligence, that the suspect had cancelled his flight and rescheduled his arrival to Ghana from Dubai to April 18, 2020. That's April 8, not 18. April 8, 2020. On March 20th, around 3 p.m., EOCO's operational team, led by the acting Deputy Executive Director in charge of operations, assessed its operational plan to include the possibility that the suspect could have traveled back to London to fly to Ghana in an attempt to evade surveillance. EOCO assessed with high confidence that the changes made by the suspect in terms of arrival date in Ghana may have been calculated step to mislead investigators and throw them off any possible surveillance.
Investigations have uncovered questionable financial transactions. Boahene allegedly misapplied state funds through bank transfers and other dealings.
He and his wife, Miss Angela Boahene, registered a company on October 23, 2018, which they named, and listen carefully, BNC Communications Bureau Limited. It is important to note that the similarity between the names here, that is BNC, was designed, to engage in a criminal enterprise. Mr. Boahene, who is the head or who was the head of the BNC, and his wife are listed as directors of the private BNC. On October 26, 2018, the couple opened a corporate account for their private BNC at Universal Merchant Bank, UNB. In his capacity as director of the National BNC, Mr. Boahene on January 30th, 2020, signed a contract on behalf of the government of Ghana and the National Security Council on the one hand, and on the other hand, an Israeli company called ISC Holdings Limited. The contract was for the purchase of a cyber defense system software at a price of $7 million United States of American dollars. Let us call this contract the GOD ISC contract.
He is also accused of embezzling over 39 million cedis, diverting public funds for personal use.
That is to say that the sum of 39,462,480 Ghana cedis of taxpayers' money went into their private pockets. The investigation has revealed that the ultimate beneficial owner of BNC Communications Limited is another company known as Advantage Solutions Limited. 10 other companies are through a very complex web of shareholding and directorship connected to Mr. Boahene and his wife, Angela.
According to the Attorney General, Boahene and his wife used the funds to acquire landed properties in Accra and other locations.
The properties that are in their names are as follows. We have number 2 Stream Park Drive, Mayfair Estate, LA, that is Accra. For that, they deposited, and we have a deposit slip as well as a receipt from the estate developer, $1 million United States of American dollars. Number 6, Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, Accra. deposit 500,000 United States of America. That's American dollars.
We'll bring you more on this when we settle for our big stories later in the show. But in our next story, traders in Edum are protesting a decongestion of the market. Authorities say this exercise is to create a pathway for emergency cases. The traders are back in the market, counting their losses days after fire razed their stalls. Items worth millions of Ghana cedis have been lost. Friday's fire at the Blue Light Arena razed several shops to the ground, leaving many traders without a source of income. Now, as part of recovery efforts, authorities announced the decongestion initiative aimed at clearing a clear route for emergency services in the busy commercial district.
24 hours and more, the Ghana National Fire Service were able to contain the fire that engulfed the Edum PZ Arena on Sunday. This incident left over 6,000 traders counting their losses. But the regional minister, Dr. Frank Boahene, had earlier indicated that in order to curb a future reoccurrence, there is a need to decongest the area and create a pathway. But this directive has been faced by fierce resistance by some of these traders.
If they take the land, we won't be able to take care of our children. We plead with government to hand over our land to us to construct our own structures. We fear that we might lose our land. If they are protecting it for us to lose ownership, then we will not agree.
At the Mensah Palace also, it was outrage among some affected traders who came to witness the Ashanti Regional Minister's briefing to the Kumasi Traditional Council. According to the Ashanti Regional Minister Frank Boahene, the Kumasi Traditional Council will be visiting the Edum PZ Arena tomorrow.
The
Asantehene has left the Achamfohene to handle everything on his behalf. They send their sympathy to all of us who have been affected by the fire. The Kumasi Traditional Council are expected to visit the place tomorrow to find a resolution to all your demands.
While the traders are refusing to allow the decongestion exercise to continue, they are also demanding the PZ Arena land to be handed over to them for them to continue with their businesses. For JoyNews, my name is Anabwachi Dankwayadom, Kumasi.
The Ghana Standards Authority is cracking down on unapproved paint products with dangerous lead levels. Following JoyNews' Hotline documentary, American Paints, the authority raided several shops in Accra, seizing samples for testing. Maxwell Aklobotu reports.
Heated exchange between officers of the Ghana Standards Authority and the owner of a paint trading shop in Nadabraka. These particular paint samples were expired.
We say we say, but we are say. I say, and I wouldn't. We know. Oh, won't see any Americano. Adia, I say, won't to me, and find Shadra. What's in the American?
This action follows a shocking expose by JoyNews revealing that some shops were selling illegal lead-laced paints, with others mixing expired paints with local products. The Ghana Standards Authority carried out a surprise operation to collect samples from several paint shops. At some locations, they were caught mixing different paints, while others sold unbranded products. In total, 15 shops were searched, with some shop owners resisting the inspection.
Oh, Chief, Debbie, police take your time. We are working with law. Take your so relax and then you don't know. You do not know.
But backed by the law and accompanied by security personnel, the GSA officers collected over 20 paint samples, all of which will undergo rigorous testing. Head of Special Projects at GSA, George Kojo Anti, said the initial findings were alarming and shocking.
And indeed, what we've seen today has been
very revealing and I must say disturbing to some extent.
He warned that shop owners found to be in breach of the law will be severely punished.
In fact, some persons said that the products they were displaying were not meant to be sold because they themselves knew that those products had some issues with quality or even in some cases had expired. And this is in flagrant breach of the relevant provisions of the GSA Act 1078.
He also warned other shop owners to be on high alert because they will soon pay them a surprise visit.
But the arms of the law are really, really long. And ultimately, they catch up with everybody. So if you are in this business of selling substandard paints, selling any substandard products, please watch out. You can go to bed tonight because we haven't come to you. But tomorrow, it will be your turn. And the consequences will be very, very dire.
The Sanders Authority is hopeful that these actions will help rid the market of unapproved and illegal paint products. For Joy News, Maxwell Aklobotu's report, read to you.
Let's head to the OT region now, as the regional minister is asking district assemblies in that region to be innovative about revenue mobilization for development. According to him, the assemblies cannot continue to rely on the central government for support at all times. There's more in this report.
Deputy Regional Minister John Kwajujapon has urged district assemblies to educate residents within their jurisdictions about their tax obligations to the state. This, the minister believes, when done, would help generate revenue for the assemblies. He added the district and the municipal assemblies cannot continue to rely on central government for funds for development at all times.
The impression of the KJB district assembly is not bad, it's okay. And I think that it's a good lesson and it is good we continue it. We are also talking about maybe we're going to ask the assemblies to go out there and train the people or educate people about, property rates. It's like nobody is paying property rate at all. It is important that once you build on the land of this country, you pay some property rate to government. And so we're going to talk about that. We are also going to educate, the revenue collectors about how to go around and collect revenue instead of collecting food items and other things for the fees that this market women should pay.
Well, staying in that region, the leadership of elected assembly women is asking for more women representation at the district level. The group says not a single woman was shortlisted by the ruling NDC to be considered for appointment as a district chief executive. There's more in this report.
The leadership of the elected assembly women in the OT region joined women in the Akpafu Mimpiasam community to commemorate year 2025 International Women's Day celebration with a call to duty to accelerate action in support of women empowerment and development. Rebecca Addy is the leader of the elected assembly women in the OT region. She bemoans the low number of women who file and get elected to the various district assemblies.
If a woman comes out that is contesting for any leadership role, they see that that woman cannot perform well, and then he will not be picked. And even if the woman is not elected, when it gets to appointment, the women will come out boldly, but they will not appoint them. So, through my investigation, they said women has a lot of barriers. One barrier is educational background. Another barrier is socio-cultural value. Another barrier is the age. And then, if a woman who is able to break all these barriers, and then now I am free, I've broken all these barriers, and I presented myself. What is another problem which is making the authority not to shortlist the women?
She says of all the shortlisting of potential MDCs in the OT region by the current government, not one woman was part of the list.
This year, all the ladies who file in for this DCE. None was shortlisted. We are having 9 districts in OT region, 9 districts, and they shortlisted 3 members from every district. And out of these 9 districts, no woman was shortlisted.
Well, from women's representation, let's talk health. Clubfoot affects many children in Ghana, limiting their mobility and opportunities. Despite being treatable, the cost and stigma often delay intervention. With about 1,000 cases recorded annually, the Christian Health Association of Ghana, supported by Brazza International Foundation, Hope Walks, and the Multimedia Group, is launching a free treatment program at Kwadaso SDA Hospital in Kumasi. Clinton Yeboah now reports.
Of clubfoot is not much discussed, or better put, not much attention has been given to it. But the management of clubfoot is marred with barriers, including cost, the adequacy of infrastructure and resources, and even cultural beliefs. Here at the Kwadaso SDA Hospital, we engaged experts to discuss deeper into the condition, the interventions available, as well as what could actually be done right. Inadequate awareness among many parents particularly delays crucial interventions for the condition. Medical Director of Kwadaso SDA Hospital, Dr. Randolph Boahene, says untreated cases are common, and one of the major challenges surrounding clubfoot treatment is the lack of awareness
affecting them. And so in the past, parents who have such children, they either tend to hide them, and therefore they don't even send them to hospital because it's a shame, the stigma and all that. Then we go out there to educate the mothers, encourage them, and then also when we show them pictures and babies who have, or children who have undergone treatment and now they are walking and they are fine, then they have the belief that, oh, after all, this is not a certain case.
To increase reach and raise awareness of the disease, the Christian Health Association of Ghana is organizing a 2-day outreach on the disease, including a half-day training for healthcare professionals in the Ashanti region from March 26 to 27, 2025 at the SDA Hospital in Kwadaso. CHAG, with support from Hope Walks, has established clinics in various hospitals and conducted extensive outreach to raise awareness and provide treatment successfully, benefiting 8,000 children. Dr. Boahene says children with clubfoot can achieve full mobility with the right treatment.
Even because they even have some perception that it will be too expensive, so they will not even start. Others too, the treatment itself is not offered in every hospital. And so they may go to certain clinics and not much will be done for them. And because of that, they will not even follow up. They go through certain procedures, including physiotherapy and casting, the casting where they put POP, and they did some minor surgeries where they call it a tenectomy. It's also done for them. So it's a group of procedures that they go through, and then eventually they will exit.
Experts believe clubfoot treatment should be widely accessible across Ghana's healthcare system. Families with children diagnosed with clubfoot are encouraged to seek immediate medical attention. Dr. Randolph Boahene is entreating affected families to take advantage of the free intervention.
Currently, we have a total of 84 babies under 5 years, children under 5 years, who has been recruited, and 2 of them has been fully treated and discharged. The rest are still undergoing treatment. So that is the background of this upcoming program. We at SDA Hospital Kwadaso here, we are very happy that CHAG is working with us together with Hope Works to be able to organize this outreach. And we want every child under 5 years with that clubfoot to come. So we are encouraging all parents. And if you know anybody who has a child who is less than 5 years and is having a clubfoot, please encourage them to come.
For JoyNews, my name is Clinton Yeboah.
It's time now for our business update, and Sweetie Abochi will usher you right into it.
Proceed. Now, senior finance lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Benjamin Amoah, is upbeat. The timely publication of minutes of monetary policy meetings and how members vote on the policy rate will enhance transparency and trust in the financial markets. He, however, warned that if the publication goes beyond 3 weeks, that will have repercussions on the financial markets. Dr. Benjamin Amoah spoke to Joy Business.
If market watchers and analysts know what exactly is happening and what is influencing their decision in terms of the minutes that will be published, of course, I doubt if they will go ahead to identify each statement made and assign it to a name. What the minutes will be is more of a summary of the discussions and the voting that will be taking place as to how many people voted for and how many people voted against. In terms of matching the details of the vote to the membership or the members of the Monetary Policy Committee, I doubt if the central bank will do that. But it is good that at least the market is having some insight into what is happening. What we need to be looking at is how many days in terms of lag will it take the central bank to release these minutes. Are we going to work within the traditional window of, let's say, maximum 3 weeks to release the minutes? Because if it goes beyond 3 weeks, the information becomes stale and it's most likely the market will have reacted already. So the minutes must be timely enough so that the public can also take decisions based on it.
And to wrap this bit, let's take a look at what's happening on the commodities market. That's it for the business update. Handing over back to Benjamin.
Well, stick and stay with us. Up next, we serve you the news review. We have Amma Pratt, who is with the presidency, the vice presidency, I should say. She's one of the spokespersons for the vice president. And we also have Dr. Ekuya Mwako, a member of the MPP's communications team. We'll be right back.